Welcome in former NBA Coach of the Year Avery Johnson. As a player, led the Spurs to a championship in 1999. LeBron James moving past Karl Malone for second all-time on the NBA scoring list. Trails only Lakers great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record of 38,387. Avery, LeBron's 37 years old in his 19th season. But what does it mean passing Karl Malone in a game that the Lakers led by as many as 16 and lost?
Yeah, it means a lot because I played against Karl Malone for years in the NBA. It was tough to win in Utah, playing against Karl Malone and John Stockton. I know what an incredible scorer Karl Malone was, and just his whole entire overall body of work as a scorer in the NBA. This is a monumental accomplishment for LeBron James to pass Karl Malone. He did it on his ninth basket tonight in a loss to the Wizards, but it just shows the intestinal fortitude of LeBron James, the way he's taking care of his body. You're talking about a guy that have reportedly spent $1 million a summer taking care of his body with massages, workouts, training sessions, yoga, acupuncture. He's done it all. So he's always been a guy that, was compared to a Magic Johnson. But tonight we celebrate LeBron James as a scorer, and as a scorer that's number 2 all time in NBA history. It couldn't have happened to a better player who not only contributes to his teams that he's played for on the court, but also the unbelievable work that he's done in the community.
LeBron would need a similar scoring season like this one next year to pass Kareem on the all-time scoring list. Fortunate to have watched him in person lead the Cavaliers to a title. Not sure there's another player that will ever come along like him, Avery. Certainly he's warranted criticism with some of the decisions he's made, but what have you appreciated about LeBron's playing career?
I've appreciated his consistency, and I know this is a time of load management, and he's had to miss some games here in the last year or two because of injuries or even rest. But there was a stretch in LeBron James' career where his best ability was his availability. And, he's played on some team that first 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers team that lost to the Spurs. He single-handedly carried that team to the NBA Finals. And sure, he went when he was a part of the Big Three in Miami. But this guy was always available. He always took the tough hits in contact, played through contact. He's played multiple positions, but I also appreciated his high basketball IQ and the way he's always been a student of the game, a leader, a teacher, and a competitor on the floor.
Avery, how about this season, though, taking a toll on LeBron? 11 games under 500, sitting 9th in the West.
Well, it's also talked about how it's not golf or it's not tennis when you're playing singles. It's a team sport. And the pieces on this Lakers team just hasn't fit like some of the other teams, whether it was when they won the championship with the Lakers or some of his Miami Heat teams or that Cleveland Cavaliers team. He doesn't have a Kyrie Irving. Doesn't have LeBron, Chris Bosh or Dwayne Wade, or healthy Anthony Davis along with the supporting cast. This is a different team. Westbrook is in the latter years of his career. He's not the same player. Anthony Davis is hurt. And those other 4, 5, 6 players are not available. Alex Caruso is not walking through the door. So it's a different team. And because it's a different team, LeBron obviously a little bit older. He can't carry a team the way he's carried a team in the past. So that's why they're basically falling almost to the 10th spot, 11th spot, which then would put them out of the playoffs. And we need to see the Lakers in the playoffs. We don't want a playoffs this year without the Los Angeles Lakers.
LeBron and the Lakers missed the playoffs in his first season in LA, could have missing the playoffs this year. On this night, though, passing Karl Malone for second all-time on the NBA scoring list. Avery Johnson here on CBS Sports HQ. Avery, thanks. LeBron scored 38 points in the loss to the Wizards on Saturday night. Actually raised his average to 29.8. He's dominant as ever, age 37, in his 19th NBA season. He now sits 1,440 points behind Kareem Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record of 38,387. Look, if he has a season like this one next season, he will pass Kareem.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.